Tonight at 6, a final goodbye to one of South Florida's favorite sons.
Jose Fernandez's family in pain, relying on each other during this difficult time. His mother and abuela reaching out for one final touch of their loved one.
Jose! Jose!
Marlins players gathering at the ballpark for one last huddle with their beloved teammate.
And then a prayer for a young man who will be remembered as much for his good deeds as for his strikeouts.
Team coverage tonight as we remember Jose Fernandez.
Today's memorials ended with a public viewing at St. Brendan Catholic Church. This video was taken from inside the church just moments ago, where the viewing continues at this late hour for Jose Fernandez. As you see people taking their time, slowly passing by the casket. It is a closed casket with a huge bouquet of red roses adorning the top.
And now a public viewing for South Florida fans who wish to say goodbye to number 16. You can see them still streaming into St. Brendan Catholic Church. Such an emotional day. The family of Jose Fernandez has been very gracious, allowing South Florida to mourn along with him.
And we have live team coverage of today's memorial. We begin with sports director Will Manso. He's live right there at St. Brendan now in Southwest Miami-Dade. Will.
Lori and Calvin, an emotional day, a long day, but in many respects a beautiful day to see all of South Florida come together to remember Jose Fernandez. And yes, it is all capped off here at St. Brendan Catholic Church, as you've seen some of the video of what's going on right now. And we'll continue with this public viewing until 11 o'clock. Sky 10 above us right now, so let's show you the aerial scene of what it looks like right now as the setup here off of Southwest 87th Avenue. As people continue to come in, it really has been a steady stream. Early on, it was maybe a couple of dozen people just lined up for a few hours, but then eventually it was hundreds of people that have made their way, that have come inside, and that have worked their way through. From Sky 10 now, let's take you inside St. Brendan Catholic Church. Our crew was allowed to go in and shoot respectfully for just a few moments, and what we saw in there was Jose's abuela, his mother, sitting by close to the casket as people walked in. Fans, people who certainly, most of them have never met Jose Fernandez, have never met his mom or his abuela, yet there is this true love and passion for what Jose meant for the Marlins, and more importantly what he meant to this community, that they wanted to come inside here for this public viewing, touch the casket, pay their final respects, and be here one last time to see Jose Fernandez. And it was young and old, really. We have seen young kids in their Jose jerseys talking emotionally about what he meant to them, including one 8-year-old who I think summed it up best.
It was heartbreaking. No one could imagine if you hear just the word J on that place right there, you're sad, you're crying, because I once met him and he was really, really nice. So, like, to let him go, he's history to the Marlins, and he will always still be pitching for his team, and he will always be here because the whole entire state of Miami and Florida will know him.
My goodness, so emotional to hear that young man right there, 8 years old, and it was so emotional as well when the casket did arrive here at St. Brendan Catholic Church. You saw Jose's abuela and his mother inside. They were here inside of this procession in these cars, the hearse, the limos behind them, family members, the pallbearers coming out, taking out that casket and taking it inside. And what, again, every time that we see Jose's abuela and his mother and his family members, it is just so difficult to see. You see the pain in their faces, the emotion in their faces, and it has been a very long day for them, but I assume as well a comforting day to see all the love and the support that they're getting from so many people in South Florida. Show you when the people arrived here. Jose's procession, the motorcade, got here around 3:45. The people here, the fans, started to let allowed inside around 5 p.m. So it's been a little over an hour now that we've seen people go inside, and we showed you that video earlier. Now tomorrow is the final day for the family and for Jose's teammates to say goodbye. That will be at a private funeral. At that funeral, we have learned that a couple of Marlins will speak to represent the team. One of them is a guy that you could likely call Jose's best friend on the Marlins, and that's Marcell Osuna. The other, Martin Prado. So that kind of sets the scene of what's going on here as we bring it back out live. Once again, this public viewing will go on to 11 o'clock. So if you're just getting home now, and you'd like to come out here, you do have time. You just remember, Southwest 87th Avenue is the entrance to the barricades are set up. That's where you can go in and pay your last respects to Jose Fernandez. Reported live in Southwest Miami-Dade, I'm Will Manso, Local 10 News.
Okay, well, thanks a lot.
One of the most touching images this afternoon was right here. Jose's teammates, all of the Marlins players, surrounding and reaching out to touch the hearse, carrying his casket, and it was complete silence right outside the home of Jose Day, Marlins Park. Local 10 News reporter Ian Margol was there for that moment.
Ian joins us live now from Marlins Park. Ian.
Calvin, Laurie, another thing about that moment was actually before it, all the players standing on either side of the street, just waiting to receive him, waiting to bring him into the park just one last time. And I want you to take a look here behind me. People starting to come and show up for this game, and they're starting to crowd around this memorial once again. People writing messages on the wall to say goodbye. And during today's procession through Marlins Park, everyone got to say goodbye one last time to our favorite Marlins pitcher.
We gotta stay strong.
People from across South Florida gathered at Marlins Park Wednesday to say goodbye to 24-year-old pitcher Jose Fernandez, who was killed in a boat crash early Sunday morning. This fan is from Seattle and came to Miami to follow Ichiro, but quickly found another player to root for.
I became a Jose fan the first time I saw him live. His personality, infectious. Always happy, joking around.
The memorial out front of Marlins Park overflowing with flowers and notes, and people begin lining up along the north side of the stadium, trying to get the best view they could for the procession's arrival. Moments before the hearse pulled up, Jose's teammates emerged, ready to be with him one last time. As it arrived, near silence, the players surrounding their pitcher, bowing their heads and holding on to one another for support. Their shirts reading R.I.P. with a picture of Jose right in the middle. And then this, Marlins owner Jeffrey Loria holding Jose's mother, giving her a jersey with his name and number on it. She slowly makes her way back to the waiting limo, clutching it tightly, tears streaming down her face.
Jose! Jose! Jose!
Then, as the crowd chanted and with players flanked on either side, the procession proceeded down 6th Street towards 16th Avenue, with every step more tears and more chants. Then, finally, one last moment of silence. Players slapping the sides of the hearse as if trying to reach out to Jose just once more. And then it's over. The hearse makes a left down 16th Avenue and moves on to its next destination.
He was a great player, and his energy, his enthusiasm, even when he wasn't pitching, it just was a big lift to the team, and it's going to be sorely missed.
So you're now watching live, people streaming in for this final game of the series against the Mets at the home plate entrance. That gets started in just over an hour at 7:10. And guys, one of the most amazing things that happened, and I mentioned this a little earlier, it started raining about 5 minutes before the hearse showed up. And instead of people going underneath cover, trying to stay away from the rain, instead people got closer. They jammed even closer to the fences, just trying to see how the players were going to react. And one man looked me dead in the eye and said, "Even the sky is crying today." Calvin, Laurie?
It was a very powerful moment. Ian, thank you. And from Marlins Park, the hearse carrying Jose Fernandez's casket moved to La Ermita de la Caridad, the shrine of Our Lady of Charity, where, as you see here, Jose's body received a special blessing.
And the prayer for the departed was a special request by Jose's mother. Local 10 News reporter Todd Tongan was there for the ceremony, and he joins us live now from Coconut Grove. Todd.
Calvin and Laurie, so many emotional and personal moments, but shared so publicly, and there was a very good reason that this shrine was chosen for this ceremony. Dozens and dozens lined the entrance to Our Lady of Charity Shrine, some wearing his jersey, as the casket of Jose Fernandez arrived with a motorcycle escort. The rector of the shrine, Father Juan Dominguez, greeted the Fernandez family as they grieved. Father Dominguez told Jose's mother he didn't have the words to comfort her, but through his embrace, he could share the love and support of this entire community. City of Miami Mayor Tomas Regalato said having this prayer for the departed ceremony at the La Ermita de la Caridad was a request from Jose's mother.
The family wanted the last goodbye to be said from here. So it is the place to welcome the people that come seeking freedom, but it's also the place to say goodbye.
Adorned with a photo of Jose and an American flag and a Cuban flag, the backdrop of the ceremony was poignant. Ave Maria was played on the violin as family members draped his casket with mementos, and his mother leaned in to give a final kiss. Father Dominguez says this ceremony is to pray for his soul and allow family and friends to recall the life of their loved one.
This is a very sad situation for all of us, but we are praying with faith and hope for his soul and for his family.
For religious fans of number 16 and members of the Cuban American community, this was an opportunity to grieve with the family and show their love and support for them as well.
We love Jose.
I can relate to the pain of my community, my Cuban American community and Miami. Jose Fernandez was a figure that we all looked up to as young Cuban Americans.
And so the young 24-year-old pitching phenom that came to represent the American dream got a send-off from his adopted home that possibly he may never have expected. A goodbye as worthy as our welcome.
We gave him the key of the city of Miami 2 years ago, and he was very humble. And he said that he never thought that he could get that kind of welcome in the city of Miami.
Not only did he get that kind of welcome, he got that kind of goodbye. This very public ceremony, very personal though, for the Fernandez family. In Coconut Grove, Todd Tongan, Local 10 News.
All right, Todd, thanks so much.
And because the procession worked its way from Southwest Miami-Dade to Marlins Park to Coconut Grove and then back west again to St. Brendan, people all over Miami-Dade County got to spend a final moment with Jose Fernandez. And we saw them up close as our Local 10 cameras followed that procession route.
And people were lined up along roadways as the funeral procession moved through South Florida. This small family holding their hands to their hearts with that number 16 sign visible as the hearse made its way to Marlins Park. What a tribute. And a big tribute to Fernandez overhead as the procession took to the Dolphin Expressway. Look at that electronic information sign. Jose Fernandez, number 16 forever. And here's a look at another highway sign. Thousands of drivers getting their personal chance to remember Jose Fernandez.
It will be another emotional day tomorrow as Jose Fernandez is laid to rest. His funeral services begin tomorrow at 1 p.m. and we will of course carry that service live as South Florida pays their final respects to a great man and a great pitcher, Jose Fernandez.